Welcome to the breathwork component of our session. And just a show of hands, has anyone done much breathwork before? Alec, yes? Yes? Yes. So we've got a few hands here. Excellent. Has everyone else who hasn't put their hand up, have you heard of breathwork? Yeah, okay. So what have you heard about breathwork?
Pretty relaxing.
Pretty relaxing, yeah. Excellent.
Very calming, stress relieving.
Yeah.
Very good for me. I should do it.
Amazing. Oh, it's all those points. Yeah, no, that's great. And so before we get started, I want to take a moment to set the tone before our session, and we'll do a little bit of a rehearsal and give some background to breath work. Okay, so breath work, we all do it, we all breathe, right? It keeps us alive, but sometimes the type of breath and the quality of breath might not be as efficient as what it can be. And that really shows when we're stressed or holding on to tension, where we might hold our breath a little bit or store things in. Now, breath work, as that was mentioned before, can be relaxing, and it can be a bit of a releasing for some stuff, but it also has the ability to energize us as well. So it can energize you when we're feeling in a bit of slump, but it also has that power to be able to self-regulate and calm us down. In a GFT or in a warrior sense, right? Sometimes if we're wanting to be able to do things, being able to be responsive instead of reactive can really help. And so what we're going to be doing today is controlling the way that we breathe. So then we might upregulate or build some energy up, especially with the full moon at the moment. We're going to come and meet that energy. And what we're going to do afterwards is use a couple of different shapes to be able to bring us down. So because all of us have different parts of breath work, or we might not have heard of it before, I want to say or reiterate that today is your practice. So whatever you might have thought of before, that what it might be is it's a new practice today, and take it with a bit of a beginner's mind. So if we could all sort of come to an agreement that today is my practice, and I've got a choice to be able to continue on or do what I need for me. Can we all sort of have a show of hands? Beautiful. Excellent. All right, so with that, because we are trauma aware and things, so breath work may bring up certain things when we're doing our breathing, right? So when we're energizing our body, we might have and changing the body chemistry, we might have things that might change physically, where we might feel some tingles, we might get a tight jaw, or we might feel some tension come up. And that's all right, we take notice of it, and then we also have a choice to back down. So I'll give some options of resting poses in yoga, is you always have the choice to back down and then just do nothing, and then meet us back when you feel comfortable. All right. If you need to go outside for air, or if it gets hot or cold, please do so. I'm not going to get offended. It's your practice. Likewise, if you do get lightheaded, you can back off there if you feel the need to. You also, that's the physical things that you might experience. Now there's the mental things or the emotional side that might come up as well. So during breath work, sometimes that might bring up some things or some emotions that might feel. So if you feel that, is accept it, and that's part of the process as well. That's the body's auto and nervous system being able to help release energy where it might, or tension where it might be stored. And a lot of the places that we do store tension, the jaw, the shoulders and the neck, the lower back and the hip area. Okay, so whatever you need today, it's your practice. All right, so we've made our little practice. So there's 3 shapes. I like to keep things simple. All right, I'm a simple guy, so I like to keep things simple. We're going to do some rehearsals so that when we're actually talking through and doing the session, you're not being, I'm not trying to guide you through what we're meant to do. Okay? So the first one here is, let's just do the breathing types. So first of all, let's maybe try and inhale one long breath through the nose, and then out through the mouth. However that works. You might want to do it at the end. So if we inhaling, we might purge it and then release that, so by pushing our elbow in. But in through the nose and out through the nose, through the mouth is the pertinent thing here. So inhaling, in through the nose, out through the mouth. We'll do this one more time. Inhaling, Feeling that energy come from the base of our spine all the way through before we get into the shapes. The next one is let's go through the mouth and out through the mouth. But what I want to introduce here is let's imagine sipping through a straw and just notice how that feels, and then just releasing it by opening up our mouth. So sipping through the straw, filling the lungs up, and then letting go. All right, or the whale breath out, the choo. We can have an option of that. Choo. All right, so you can choose and you can explore throughout. I'll give you the cues to do this. That's in and out through the mouth. One more with the mouth is opening and closing it with the full mouth open and closed. Luke, I am your father. Sorry, I do like to have a bit of a muck around here. It's not so serious. Okay, so a few smiles happening. All right, so, and that's the in through the mouth, like a big bellows. We're pumping up the stoking the fire. Ooh, I just got some tinglies at the back of my neck. All right, so with the last one, it's through the nose and out through the nose. So in through the nose and out through the nose, where we might condition on the exhale here. So that's that sort of ujjayi or yogic breath that you might hear. Or even if you have a sound, is maybe you might feel that you have that sound of putting a seashell up to your ear when we breathe out through the nose. So let's try that for a couple of rotations. That's one, that's that long yogic breath. Or as we inhale through the nose, or we squeeze our belly in. Let's maybe try a couple of those where we just squeeze it out through our belly. And if you do get some snot that comes out because we're pushing it out, just use your hand or use your towel probably. Don't wipe it on the floor. Marcelo and Aline just cleaned the floor. So yeah, you can put your hand up and click it. Well, look, I don't know. That's the that's the yob coming out of me. All right, no worries. So Claire will come around with some tissues. Just put your hand up, and we'll go there. And as we can see with the guide dog, if I could just, like with Ivy, she's just relaxed. So when she's there in that state, she knows that we're all in a relaxed sort of mode, which is a great thing. She can really sense the energy in the room as an assistance dog. Oh, I had a mental blank then. All right, so let's now, go through the circle of the shapes. All right, so if we can imagine a circle when we're breathing, let's just rehearse this one here through the nose and out through the mouth. So we're going to imagine the shape of a circle. We're going to breathe in. No pauses, no breaks. Okay, excellent work, everyone. So that's the circular breath. That will be our energizing breath with no breaks and no pauses. This next breath is the square or box breath, where in this example, we're going to use the count of 3, equal on all sides, where there's a pause at the top and then a pause at the bottom. So let's try this, inhaling through the nose, pausing at the top, exhaling through the mouth, and then pausing at the bottom. Where there's 2 pauses to allow our nervous system, inhaling through the top, to the side, pausing at the top, exhaling through the, and then pausing at the bottom. One more round, inhaling, pausing at the top, exhaling, and then pausing. All right, fantastic work, everyone. We're nearly there, about to start our session. This last one is the triangle shape or our reflexive breath. It's the natural way that the body breathes. Usually we'll breathe in for 3, we'll breathe out for 3, and then there's a pause at the bottom. All right, with our reflexive breath, that's how we breathe in nature. All right, so this is home base, and then if at any time you feel the need to come out of it, is just pausing and then coming back to this triangle breath or whatever it is that you have with the in and out breath, with a slight pause, however long your body needs to be able to pause for. It could be a short hop, like a tennis ball bouncing off the floor for that moment, or we could try and elongate it. Throughout our practice, I'll be guiding you through. And if you do yawn or feel the need to sigh, please do so. Part of the breath work is being able to do this and changing our body chemistry, so it's not a bad thing to be able to do it. So sighing, the louder the better, I reckon. So without further ado, let's hook into our practice. Now, sorry, I nearly forgot. You can choose if you need to move throughout the practice, please do so. I can prompt you to either sit up or lie back. So whatever you want to do from the start, we can do it. Or if you need to shift in between, that's cool. If our eyes are closed, I recommend that. But if the light's too much, please put a towel over your eyes that you might feel comfortable with. Or did you need something? Okay, you got the towel there. All right, cool. When we close down our eyes, I'll guide that through. All right, so let's begin. Okay.
I will be walking around just a monitor if any of you get shaky.
Yes.
Just to make sure that you're all okay. If I feel you need a hand on the shoulder, just to bring you back to the room, I'll do that.
So, no worries. So is everyone cool for that hand on the shoulder? All right, okay, so we are respectful of no touch if that's something that but Claire and I will be walking around the room as well, just making sure that you're in a safe space. But please know this is a safe space. So if you need to back off and do whatever, there's no, it's your choice, it's your practice. All right, so from here, let's hook in. Close down your eyes. For the start. My little cheesy thing. All right. Okay. So we're just going to arrive on our mat. So if you close down your eyes and take your gaze to the tip of your nose. This is called your internal gaze. We're going to be here for a couple of minutes before we start getting into our practice. But for the moment, I want you to just take some long breaths in, whether it's through the nose or through the mouth, that doesn't really matter. The point here is just to go in and notice. Feel your body get a little bit heavier, your jaw, your shoulders blades connecting to the ground. Perhaps your legs might get heavy. With every exhale during this practice, I want you to use that as the opportunity to let something go that you don't need today. As we explore just arriving on the mat and getting to that reflexive triangle breath without thinking about it. If I may invite a theme for today, just listen in. Today's theme for our Warrior Reset is connection. In high pressure environments, connection is everything. Whether it's the team you rely on, it's the breath that keeps you steady, or the mind-body awareness that lets you respond under pressure. Connection is what holds it together. On the mat, connection starts with the breath. It's your anchor. Then it extends to the body, feeling each movement with awareness. And that's your mouth in this case, and your lungs, and your body moving in time with the breath. And finally, connection moves beyond you. The space, the energy, and the people around you. True connection isn't about control, it's about trust. So trust in your breath, trust in your body, and trust in the moment. And let's build that connection now. So we're just going to loosen off a few things, and in that lying position that you've got, with your hands, maybe let's lift them up and spread your fingers apart. We're going to be moving our hands close to our face. So with your thumbs, I want you to open your mouth and close it and locate the joint of our jaw. Perhaps you might place the fingers on top of your head and give yourself a massage while we're doing this. So taking circles in one motion. We're going to be doing some breathing with the mouth, so giving some TLC now. Going the other way. Keeping your eyes closed. Perhaps you might want to then bring some stillness and press down with your thumbs. And then open and close your mouth. And explore that. Sometimes we clench our teeth in our sleep. This is a good way to be able to loosen some of those muscles that might have been clenching at night. Perhaps you might want to take your jaw side to side while doing this and be giving yourself a massage. Amazing. All right, now if you can bring your hands around to the base of your neck while you're lying down, you might, feel that a little bit. Perhaps you might want to adjust your neck and then locate that bone where your neck meets your head, at the back of the skull. Allowing yourself to lengthen your neck. Perhaps that might come through tilting your jaw forward, or your chin forward, and then massaging along that bone. Amazing work here. And then with our hands now releasing that and then just giving your arms a bit of a shake. Perhaps you might want to take your left hand and then gently with the tips of your fingers start tapping on your shoulders. Right, the top of your shoulders and your traps, and perhaps along the side of your neck. Perhaps you might want to lean your ear to your neck and then give a bit more stretch as we tap. And then bringing your fingers along to the side of your chest is tapping along your chest, wherever feels comfortable. Just loosening up this bit. We're loosening up. Perhaps now with that same hand we'll take a cupping motion and then run it along your arm, your other opposite arm, yeah? Wakey, wakey for the moment. Somatic tapping. And there we go. All right, now with the other side of the neck, with your fingers, is just tapping the side of the neck. It's all in the preparation and that connection. Loosening it up. Now doing our little tapping with our hands on the opposite arm with our somatic tapping. Amazing work. Ooh. And this last bit now, excellent, as we come to some stillness for the moment. Let's take one collective breath in and exhaling through the mouth. Feeling heavy. Perhaps now we might want to bring one knee up in a hug. One knee up, keep one leg down, and perhaps we might want to pull that into our chest and then make some small circles in our wind release, and then just massaging our lower back with one leg. Perhaps you might want to give some ankle rolls as well while you're doing that. Whatever feels good for you. And then now taking it the opposite side, changing legs. Amazing work. Now both legs, bring it up for a hug, and then maybe you might want to do some circles and give our lower back, our sacrum, a massage. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Yes, kicking the legs as well in a nice motion like that. It might feel nice. And then take it the opposite way. In these final moments, we'll come to some stillness and then place the legs down. Awesome. We're just going to take some light breaths. Go internal. In this first round, in a few moments, we're going to be building energy to meet any tension. So closing down the eyes there might feel better, or taking a soft gaze. Alright, so let's start with some slow and full circles, whatever way you want, so you can do it in some exploring. Slow and full. Explore what feels good for you. There is no right and wrong with this. If you feel that you're coming to doing some checklisting, just acknowledge it and let it go. Meeting the energy with the inhale and then releasing what's no longer needed today, and the opportunity to let go of something. Going internal. If you feel that you have a sigh or a yawn coming up, let it come. The bigger the yawn, the better. And perhaps if a yawn does come, and when you release, is taking notice of how that tension in the jaw goes as well. So welcoming in yawns is good. Right. In a moment, we'll be coming to the first of our triangles, or our reflexive breath home base. And when we count that in, I'm going to invite you to do a collective 2 sighs, 2 big sighs with me, and then we'll go into 3, 3 and 3 for our triangles. Perhaps we might want to use our nose and then breathe through the mouth. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, a big sigh, inhaling, and then letting go. One more, inhaling. Into our triangles. Inhaling for 3. Exhaling for 3. And then noticing on the pause. This is where our body goes from a reactive to a responsive state, allowing us to move and be able to respond with focus and clarity. It allows our nervous system to reset. With this count of 3, make it your own, whatever's comfortable for you. Amazing work, everyone. Shortly we'll be moving into round 2, all systems go, where we'll be testing our respiratory system and meeting any tension that we have with circles. The first one with the circles will be in through the mouth and out through the mouth. May I suggest that you have a go trying to imagine that straw and then releasing with the open mouth. A couple more. And this one here, you'll most likely feel the body chemistry change. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's start with the circles. Every inhale, the opportunity to meet up with any tension might be there. And the exhale, the opportunity to let go of your jaw, let go of your shoulders, or let go of your lower back. Every opportunity to let go of something we don't need today. In a moment, let's change from nose to mouth and see what that feels like. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's change. With a little bit more pace than the last one. Not too much more, but a little bit more. Feel that need to yawn or sigh. Excellent work, everyone. The next one, nose only. In a moment, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we'll pick up the pace a little bit more. Explore the shape in circles. Perhaps you might have a deep inhale and just allow the body to fill up naturally on the exhale. Shortly, we'll be moving to an open mouth. Explore that and see where the air goes. Like a big bellows. Nice and slow and full, or as fast as you want. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, open mouth. Noticing where the air goes. Taking notice of what your chest's doing. Letting go of something. Amazing. And in a moment, we'll be going to your choice. I will be picking up the pace for this last minute. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your choice. Yogi's choice. Make it fast, make it full, or short and sharp. And in a moment, after this minute, we'll be going to an empty breath hold, where when we have that exhale, we don't need to push it out. Just on the empty breath, we'll be holding it. And then as long as you feel, as soon as you feel the need to breathe, perhaps holding on for another extra count of 2 or 3 or 5, and then going to our reflexive triangles, where we'll be lengthening out the pause. 3, 3, and 6. All right, so in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, and then exhaling, and then coming to our breath hold. So as soon as you feel that need to breathe, hold it for a couple more. Which will allow you to notice once we move to our triangles, 3, 3, and 6, how our body will start to change its body chemistry to a relaxive state. And then slowly as we go through these triangles, shortening the pause component until it becomes reflexive, just like you would naturally when we're not thinking about shaping the breath. Taking notice, feeling the body getting heavier. Couple more cycles. And then in a moment, we'll be going to all systems go for takeoff. This time with a little bit more intensity than the last. Starting nose to mouth breathing. If you need to move to release, please do so. Last couple of cycles now. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take a collective sigh, inhaling. And now nose to mouth. We're looking to shift our body chemistry. Twenty more seconds. Before we then take it up a notch to even faster. We don't need to breathe so full, it might be shallower. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's take it up a gear. If it brings up a sigh or a yawn, let it come. Thirty more seconds of this. And then it'll be yogi's choice. Allowing you to explore whether it's through the nose and in through the nose and out through the nose, through the mouth and through the mouth, or nose and mouth. Your choice. I want you to explore it. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This was the last one and the fastest yet for this last minute. Every exhale, that opportunity though to let go of something, your jaw, your shoulders, or your lower back. Last 30 seconds. And then in a moment, we'll do 2 sighs and then move to squares, where again you'll have the choice, but it's 4 on each side of the square. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take 2 big sighs, inhaling. Move as you need. Inhaling. Exhaling. To our squares now. Your count could be as long as what you need today. It could be short, it could be long. The hard work's done. Perhaps noticing with each pause, your body coming back to a normal state as we equal out our oxygen and carbon dioxide levels. Perhaps on the top of the pause, you might want to gently squeeze the back of your neck to build up a little bit of pressure. You could do this with your hands, or you could do this by slowly clenching the jaw and building up that pressure at the back, and then releasing it at the bottom. And then perhaps you might want to pull your belly in slightly on the pause. Whatever works for you, it's your practice, where we have choice. everything we do on and off the mat comes back to connection. You've just spent this part of 35 to 40 minutes by reinforcing this principle. And as you step off the mat today, carry that awareness with you. Stay present, stay grounded, and stay connected to yourself and to those around you. Because real strength isn't individual, it's the bonds that we build. Amazing. So as you will start coming back into our body now by wiggling your fingers and your toes. Perhaps you might want to roll your ankles or your hands or your wrists. Giving yourself a hug or bringing your knees in or reaching overhead like a waking. Whatever feels good for you. Amazing. And then perhaps you might want to give yourself a hug or roll onto your preferred side in our fetal position for a couple of last waking breaths. And then with your eyes closed, we'll meet in a seated position at the front of the mat. Gently eyes closed, taking our gaze to the tip of our nose. Beautiful work, everyone. And then we'll take 2 collective sighs, inhaling, exhaling, closing off the practice. One more. Exhaling. Okay, well, let's bring our hands together. Fingers to touch, thumbs to touch. Taking our thumbs between our eyes, dipping our chin slightly to clarify thought. Taking our thumbs to our lips to clarify speech. What we say internally is so very important, even more important than what we're saying externally. Bring your hands to your heart center or in between your chest to clarify intent and today's theme of connection. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your breathwork session, and I look forward to guiding you through the ice bath in a moment. Namaste.